everyone, how's it going? Matthew Bailey Media here, and welcome to another sort of 2026 review, and this is for a TV show, of course, and just like I did with One Piece Season 2 earlier this year, I'm reviewing yet another series that came out in 2026, and that is, of course, Season 2 of Daredevil Born Again. Yeah, that's right. This is my review for Season 2 of the show, and I will say this is one season I did not expect to do so well. I mean, a lot of people were a little annoyed with how the first season was sort of like a mixed match of like part of it was newly done under a new leadership, under like a new structuring team, and one was done. Some scenes from season 1 were done under the old filming schedule for the old team that was on the first season. So that's why a lot of people had mixed feelings about the first season. But this season was fully under the new structural team that did the new scenes for season 1, and this season was fully like nothing was reshot, nothing was like changed in anything like that. The way that this season ended, holy crap. I mean, I gotta tell you, this was the craziest ending I ever saw for season 2 of Daredevil. I'm not gonna say what it is. All I can say is that I am really looking forward to 2 projects now after this season has now wrapped. The first one being The Punisher One Last Kill, which is a special presentation based around Frank Castle's The Punisher, which comes out next week as of this recording. And then the one project after that is going to be Spider-Man Brand New Day. Because based on how this season ended, it sounds to me like we will get some appearance of not just Frank Castle, but we are rumored to also get Charlie Cox back as Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, in Spider-Man Brand New Day. And with the way that this season ended, I mean, it's no surprise that this is how the season ended. And now we're going to see what One Last Kill is going to be doing, and then we're also going to see how Brand New Day comes out, which, speaking of Brand New Day, I hear that the trailer that came out a couple months ago, about a month or two ago for it, was actually like the most viewed trailer of all time, even better than what Endgame did, and heck, even better than No Way Home. And I gotta tell you, that movie made almost $2 billion at the box office, and I feel like we're going to see a similar situation with Spider-Man Brand New Day. But going back to Daredevil Born Again Season 2, this was a great show, I will admit. Especially with this season, the way that it played out, and everything was leading up to the finale, which just dropped tonight as of this recording. I will say that the characters we got throughout the season sprinkled in, and some surprise cameos at the end in the season finale that I was not expecting, which makes me really excited for Season 3 of Born Again. It does seem like every single show that has come out this year, at least, like you had Daredevil Born Again Season 2, we're about to get Vision Quest, I think, later this year, if I'm not mistaken. We got, like I said, The Punisher One Last Kill, and I think those are the only Marvel shows I know of that are coming out this year leading up to Avengers Doomsday. We also got movies like Spider-Man Brand New Day right before Avengers Doomsday, and like I said, it seems like every show that has come out for Marvel since this year has really been like, these have been like the better shows, if I'm being honest. It does seem like with the restructuring that Marvel had, especially starting in 2023, it seems like anything that was being developed during that time period, especially after the writer's strikes, it makes total sense now that shows like Daredevil Born Again, especially this season, really had a big structural refresh in a way. And it seems like the shows, some certain movies that have come out so far, like the Fantastic Four First Steps and I believe Thunderbolts, those are the main movies that, in my mind, actually, like every movie since 2023 that was started development, at least, because there is one movie, or no, I take that back. There were 3 movies, as far as I know, that came out starting in 2023 that did not go through the restructure and the story shift, and that was Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, The Marvels, and Captain America: Brave New World. I think those 3 movies since 2023 have been like not part of the restructure and the shift in the stories. But when it comes to movies that were part of the restructure, you had like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Deadpool and Wolverine, and like I said, last year we got Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four: First Steps. Now we're about to get Brand New Day. It does seem like a lot of stuff has been fixed in the Marvel Universe, and this season is sort of an equivalent to that. Now, I know that the supposed viewership numbers for this season have not been as good as season 1. Like, there's been a lot of talk online about how this season is not getting as much viewership as season 1 did, and that they don't even know if season 3 is going to perform well either, and it's just like, and they're wondering, did they even make the right choice? But it's like, to be fair, the only reason why season 1 did such a good job was probably because people knew that it was still going to sort of tie in to a lot of other projects that were being made. I can understand that, but to me, it just seems like the most sense that this season is by far, right now, since this is the first Marvel project, if I'm not mistaken, that has come out this year, this is so far my favorite superhero-related project of the year. Now, the next superhero project, after Punisher One Last Kill comes out next week, we're supposed to be getting, I think the next superhero-related movie is Supergirl, if I'm not mistaken, from DC, so I'm curious how that's going to turn out. Then we got, like I said, Brand New Day in July, and then sometime between now and July and December, we're going to get Vision Quest, and then we got Doomsday. So, like I said, things really seem like they're working out a little bit better for the MCU. Hopefully things get turned around, especially once Avengers Doomsday comes out. But for now, let me give you my rating of Daredevil Born Again Season 2. So, for my rating of Daredevil Born Again Season 2, like I said, great show. I think I gave the first season a 4 out of 5. But with this season, the way that it ended, the pacing of the show, everything that was done, I'm going to have to give this season a 4.5 out of 5. Yep, 4.5 out of 5. Definitely a better season than season 1, in my opinion, because they had the same team throughout the entire season. Even though it doesn't have a lot of viewership, it just makes, I think it doesn't really matter, especially once you watch the show and it actually does really well in your mind. Once you like see it, it really makes up for it. So anyways, that's all for now in this TV show review. And like I said, next week I'm going to be reviewing Punisher One Last Kill when that comes out next week. And I got a few movie reviews coming out before the end of the weekend. Like, I'm going to be reviewing Mortal Kombat 2 and The Sheep Detectives. Those are 2 movies I'm definitely going to be watching this weekend. Try to review those for you guys. And as always, I will see all of you guys in the next video.